Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Raeann, but you can call me Ray. This is okay, I'm always excited for all of these videos, but this is excitement that stems from my childhood. Okay, I was gonna say you have no idea, but you probably have somewhat of an idea, at least good majority of you do, especially if you were growing up in the 90s, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. So, if you guys, well, of course, by the title, you already know what this is. Colourpop did a collection with Sailor Moon. So excited. Today's video is just on this palette here. I didn't pick up anything else from the collection. I wanted to, and I kept kind of going back and forth, but to be real honest, by the time I got to check out, it was already, let's see. So I realized this collection, or they always do their launches at 10 o'clock in the morning. Wow, I was going to say specific time. Pacific time. 10 o'clock in the morning here in California. And I was at work and I saw that it was 10:18. I remember this vividly. I mean, it was only not even a week ago. It was already 10:18. I got to the site and a lot of things already sold out. A ton of things were already sold out. So I was going to pick up one of the blushes. The blush that I really wanted was sold out. They still had the palette. Yeah. But there were a couple of things that were already sold out. I think the Glitterly Obsessed and maybe a couple other things. I don't 100% remember everything that was sold out already, but a good amount of it was already gone. So I was actually surprised that this wasn't gone yet because, hello. But yeah, so I decided just to stick with the palette. There were a couple lips that I was gonna get, but you know, I am a sucker for palettes. So if I was just gonna get one thing, it was gonna be this. Hands down. Anyways, this palette retails for $20 and has 12 shades in it. I know you guys just want to see the inside already, but I'm so excited. I can't even process my thoughts right now. Okay, so this is the outside of the packaging. The way the light adjusted on that is gorgeous. Of course, anything with anything holographic stuff, I love. Literally, foil writing, holographics. I love both of those. Okay, so, ooh, hold on. Another ASMR moment for you guys. I don't know if you guys like that or not, but I realized that this makes a noise, so I'm gonna touch it because I'm 5. So this is the outside of the palette. Let's see if this will adjust to this as well. Super, super cute. Oh, there it goes. Ah, that's adorable. I love it so much. Okay. By the way, that's my favorite gift to use on Instagram. All the time. Okay, and let's see. So you have the shade names on the back. I'm dying over this packaging. One of the shades, oh, some of these shadows are pretty soft. Alright. Are you guys ready for this? There we go. Ooh, even the inside packaging, look at that. I could literally stare at that all day. I literally love these shades. I saw, okay, it wasn't 100% what I was thinking it was going to be. I will give it that. I'll say that, you know. It wasn't 100% what I would have thought this color scheme would have been. I still love it. And this is the inside. Again, oh my god, I love this so much. So let's go ahead and get into the swatches. I guess I'll read the shade names. Okay, so we're gonna go with Shining Moon first. Some of these shades might not show up too well on me, but we'll see. Swatch-wise, at least. Yeah, so that one, definitely kind of hard to see. This next one will probably be the same thing. So the next one is Twilight Flash. Okay, no, you can definitely see that one better. And we have Silver Crystal. This shade is really soft. And we have Moon Castle. Full Moon is the next shade. So far these are swatching out really nicely. Ooh, this one is like a super shock shadow or something. This one's very buttery. This is Silver Millennium. this is like a glittery one. And then we have Luna. Oh, the last one was Mare, by the way. I forgot to say that. And we have Luna. Oh, I love that one. We have Justice. Oh my god. I'm so excited over this shade. Specifically, like, the bottom row especially, I was really excited for. I definitely got a lot of my swatches on my table because I literally couldn't contain myself. So some of them look a little not as vibrant. That's because I literally just slammed my arm down and yeah, got some shadow on my desk. That's fine. We have Tuxedo Rose. Even that one, like, wow. Alright. We have Love. And Miracle Romance. Even that one, like... Okay. So, this is everything a little bit closer. These are absolutely stunning. Okay, so let me look at everything a little bit closer. Actually, I feel like everything swatched out really nicely. I don't think there was really anything that I'm thinking of now. Let me pull up my really big bell sleeve sweater. Other than maybe Love, I feel like all of the other shades pretty much swatched out really nicely. Love seemed a little tiny bit patchy, but I'm really not concerned about that. I think it'll be fine. Okay, so before I wipe this off, this is one last... I wanted like a noise. Did that make sense? Like a like, I don't know, but never mind. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and work on some sort of eye look and I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. I need to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of this because it's kind of like winged out, but I haven't fully committed to it yet. But so far this is the look that we have. I wonder if it's darker on camera, or sorry, like right now as you guys are watching it, because this part definitely looked a little more defined in person. But yes, this is the look that we're going for. I know there's shimmers in this palette. Okay, so the bottom row, except all three out of the four are like more like satiny like mattes, I guess. They have like shimmer in them. I needed to use all of them. Like the whole bottom row, I needed to use all of those. So that's basically what we did with this look. I didn't use any of these shimmers in this palette. I needed to do this. I had to. Alright, so basically this is kind of just one of those looks where you start and you gotta keep building it up and blending it in. So a good majority of me working on the eye will probably get cut out just because it just gets really repetitive, but I will let you guys know, what I'm doing. So I kind of started this off by dipping my finger into it. I will also say a ton of kickback, a ton of fallout. That is definitely what I experience right now. I probably have a shit ton of glitter all over my face because all three out of the four shades on here have a ton of glitter in them. So yes, got a lot of fallout on my face, got a lot of glitter everywhere. We'll probably have glitter everywhere for a while. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna start with the yellow shade. This shade, Justice. Also, I'm loving my new background. Like, I love it. I need to find like different ways to light everything and all of that. I just moved my makeup room around, and or like my filming room, and I used to be in front of the light source, so I have a ring light, and then I was also using the window in the room as my main light source. But long story short, I don't want to bore you guys, but basically I moved everything away from the window. I'm still next to the window. Right now it's nighttime anyway, so that doesn't really have any effect on it. But yeah, I have quite a defined shadow right now on my face, but I'll figure out lighting and all of that fun stuff eventually. Okay, so we're gonna start with Justice. I kind of just started with my finger First, I wanted to see how pigmented this baby was, and super pretty. Honestly, if I want to use like yellow in any looks from now on, I'm probably going to pick up this shade. Like, it's very pigmented. So then I get a brush, and I'm just using this as my kind of way of getting a nice shape. And I totally had another color on here, so I think you can see that. Hopefully that little like orangey spot kind of blends away eventually. That was my bad. There was totally a different shade on that brush. So, okay, so the next shade we're going to go into is literally the shade right next to it. So Tuxedo Rose. So this shade right here. I'm still currently freaking out about how beautiful my background looks with this palette. I love it. Okay. I've actually had this background for a little while, but I finally decided to move everything around and put it up, so. Okay, so basically just going to move this closer into where the yellow is, and also kind of just starting to cover up that yellow a little bit. But it's good to have the yellow there, that way it's a little bit more of a gradient rather than just having like chunks of each color basically. I need new brushes. So yeah, just kind of trying to build up this color and blend it into the yellow. I did feel like with this color I was kind of building it up and losing it a little bit, so that's a little frustrating. I didn't really feel like I had issues with any of the other colors though, but this one for some reason was giving me issues. Okay, so from here we're going to go into the next shade. So literally the shade right next to it, this shade Love. And then from Love, we're going to go into this shade here. I can't see what it's called from here. Miracle Romance. There we go. So we'll go into Love and then Miracle Romance. I do need to kind of fix this shape a little bit. So I'm going to go back into Tuxedo Rose. So from there, the last shade is Miracle Romance. Yeah, guys, I have got fallout all over the place. Alright, now trying to match the shape that I have on the other eye. Really trying to go for like a winged look, but here we are. Well, okay, that wasn't my intention, but then I started doing this and now it's like, why not? The under eye part, we're basically going back into all of the shades that we already used. So we're going to go into Miracle Romance, so the shade that we were just using. We're going to bring that down here. And then from there, we're going to go into Love. From Love, we're going to go into Tuxedo Rose. Do want to take that yellow shade down a little bit further, so going back into Justice. So, looking pretty good, pretty decent. Like, look at all of that kickback. I don't know if you guys can see that. Shadow everywhere. Great idea. Good thing vacuums exist, I guess. Okay, so this next step, we're going to go into Shining Moon. And basically going to use that to blend everything out and kind of soften the edges a bit. From there, we're going to go into Silver Millennium. So I guess I lied and we were kind of using this like, I think this is a Super Shock shadow, but this shade right here. And just taking a little bit of that and just popping that in the inner corner, even though we already have that yellow there, but we're just kind of topping that off. Alright, and then I also did take the Shining Moon shade, and I just took a little bit more under my brow. Okay, so I might mess with the shape of this a little bit off camera. I haven't completely decided yet. Might make the wings go away, I haven't decided. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face, put some foundation on. Why did I do this? I'm not sure. Lashes, some waterline eyeliner. Yeah, just kind of do the rest of the thing and the rest of the stuff, and I will be back to show you guys everything. I always do this. But yeah, I'll be back soon and we can talk about the palette. Okay, so this is the finished look. Alright, so that was cute. Okay. So yes, I actually kind of like this look. I think it's kind of fun, nice and colorful. I love colorful looks, so you know, if you didn't know that, now you know that. Okay, so let's just talk about the palette just a little bit. Like, okay, look at this one more time. I love it. Okay, so basically I felt like all of the shades that I used were really easy to work with, very pigmented, super pretty. There is fallout, so that's something to note. That's not really anything that bothers me too much. I actually don't do any foundation before I do my eyeshadow unless I'm filming. If I'm filming and doing swatches, then I'll do like a very light layer of foundation before I start filming, but nothing too heavy or anything like that. So that doesn't bother me that there's fallout. A lot of kick up also doesn't really bother me. I have a space, you know, like I have a space where I can kind of make a mess if I need to or want to or just happen to, you know, so that doesn't really bother me. I'm trying to think of all the other things. So basically the only shade that I wasn't super thrilled with was Tuxedo Rose. So this shade right here, I do think it's a beautiful shade and overall I think it looks good. But I did feel like there were certain spots where it wasn't building up. So like, I don't know, I mean you guys probably can't really see it super well right now. But I just felt like I was building it up and then I was kind of like losing some sort of like pigmentation with it. So I don't know if that's just the base that I use. I would say like maybe it's the way that I was applying it, but I used a brush on my finger, so I don't know. That's kind of a bummer because that shade's really pretty, but again, it could just be a circumstance, like situation sort of thing, so I'm not gonna say like, oh my god, this like sucks because one shade is not like completely up to par, but so far everything else has functioned like a normal Colourpop palette. So I love Colourpop. If you guys don't know that already, if you're new here, I love Colourpop. Like probably one of my favorite brands, like period. It doesn't even have to be classified of like drugstore pricing or like high-end. Just one of my favorite brands, like flat out one of my favorite brands. So yeah, that was the only shade that I was kind of iffy on. Everything else pretty much applied exactly how I would think and hope it would. Overall, I think everything is really pretty, very pigmented. Like, look at all these colors, you know, like this is straight out of the camera, so there's no editing or anything like that, like with the colors. Like, you know, like look at this, like it's gorgeous. So this yellow is definitely going to be a yellow that I'm probably going to, whenever I want to use a yellow, I'm probably going to go towards this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's super pigmented, and again with all of these shades so far, pretty pigmented. Like I said, I only had issues with Tuxedo Rose, and that could just be a situational thing. Like I said, could be like a one-time thing, and next time I use it, it's not going to give me issues. Other than that, let's see, I used 6 shades out of the whole palette, so that's not bad. That's literally half of the palette. So I'm excited to keep playing with it. I really want to use this Luna shade. Like, this purple shade is to die for. So yeah, I just love this collection, and I know I'm going to be super like biased and swayed because I'm just super nostalgic over this right now, but I've been meaning to rewatch Sailor Moon, by the way. I need to do that. So if you got a place I could do that, let me know. Yeah, I think that might be one of the things. Like, I'm just very nostalgic over this. It's super cute and just giving me all the feels, like all of the feels. Which, by the way, I wanted to say this earlier and I totally forgot and didn't have like a place to put it. But when I was little, I used to play like Sailor Moon, like with my friends. Like we would pretend to be like Sailor Scouts and stuff. I was always Sailor Mars. Always Sailor Mars. I wanted to take a quiz to see like what character I would get now, like if I'd get Sailor Mars or anything, like to see if it was like parallel. But you know what, I'm probably gonna do that, and I'll probably like put the results in here somewhere. I'm totally gonna see what Sailor Scout I am, because apparently I got time on my hands. Alright, so yeah, overall everything was really nice. Like, I just love this color story of this. The packaging already just kills me. It's beautiful. So I'm so excited that I was able to get this palette. I know right now it's sold out. Hold on. Okay, but yeah, I know right now it's sold out. I'm sure they're going to be restocking it. I know there was an issue with it only being available in a few countries, so I don't know if they're going to be able to fix that or not. That was something, I don't really want to go into detail with it, but apparently they weren't really good about making that known, that it wasn't going to be available like everywhere that normally would get their products. So I don't know if they're going to be able to work on that. I know it was like a licensing issue, so that is a bummer. I'm just grateful I was able to get my hands on this because of that, and also just because I don't think everything necessarily sold out, but I know right now this palette is for sure sold out, so I'm just excited that I was able to get it, and it came a day earlier than I thought it would, so it's always great. Okay, so anyways, that's kind of all I gotta say about this palette right now. I love it so much. Okay, I can't wait to I think I'm gonna do like swatches and pictures and stuff for my Instagram, so if you don't follow me on there, you should go ahead and do that. I probably should put my username somewhere down here. I really hope you guys liked this video today. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'm just gonna hold this palette here like this the whole time. Oh, I love it so much. Yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, like I said, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, we will see you next time.